Hi, it's Nicole, and today I just wanted to review my 2018 reading goals and see how they went, and also think about my reading goals for 2019. So this year my reading goals were to read 5 books from my shelves before buying one. I completely failed on that. I was doing kind of well, I guess, at the very beginning of the year, and then afterwards things just got away from me. But looking at my stats, it seems like as many books as I've bought this year, I've also read from my shelves. So it's not that I've increased the number of books in my collection, and also I have given away a lot of books from my shelves. Hopefully, overall, there are fewer books in my house. I mean, statistically that makes sense, but it doesn't feel like it most of the time. I wanted to read at least 50% women, and this year it looks like I've read 59%, and that's not including teams of writers where one of them is non-male. I wanted to read 50% books by BAME authors, and I've read 54% by BAME authors. So for me, I'm pretty pleased with that, and if I could keep those two categories at the same place or better, that would be awesome. I wanted to read 5 books in French, and I've read 7, and I wanted to read 5 books either by an LGBTQ plus author or with an LGBTQ plus protagonist, and I think I've read maybe 7 that fit that description, but I think there were 6 that I felt properly fitted it, and 1 that I'm not sure. I mean, it could just be my memory and it was like super obvious, but I've decided that doesn't count. In 2019, I pretty much want to keep these same goals. Like, I want to read 50% women at least. I want to read at least 50% BAME authors. I want to read at least 5 books in French. I want to read at least 5 books by LGBTQ plus authors, and I think I can do a lot better with those last 2. But something I want to add to that is more books that make me learn and think a lot more. The nonfiction books that I read this year has been, I think it was 49%, and that seems good, but I don't feel like I've stretched myself very much. I feel like a lot of that has maybe been socialist subjects or feminist subjects, which I largely already agree with or know a lot about, and I didn't feel like those kinds of things were pushing me. I mean, that those are things that I'm interested in, and so I will tend to pick those kinds of books up anyway, but I want more that teaches me stuff. So I have a few books that I've been looking at. All of them are nonfiction. I mean, nonfiction isn't the only way that you can learn from books. You can also learn from fiction, but I have a lot of nonfiction books that have really interested me, and I want to hopefully tackle them in 2019. I'm not super hopeful that I will actually tackle all of them, but I'm hoping that a few of them get read because they are really interesting topics to me, and I feel like they would teach me a lot, and I feel like some of them could potentially push me out of my comfort zone a little bit, or just stretch my little grey brain cells a little bit harder. And I'll put a little insert here of a few of those books that I'm thinking about right now. I'm sure I'll add and take away from that group as the year goes on and as I learn more, or as my tastes and interests kind of start to go in one direction or another. And yeah. As for the coming year generally, I've got a lot of things planned professionally that I know will definitely get in the way of my reading life in general, like how much I'm reading, but also definitely in my YouTube reading thing that I have going on here. But I have super enjoyed this whole year of posting things and getting feedback from people and making friends. I feel like I've made friends. Maybe you guys don't feel like I'm your friend, but I feel like you all are my friends every time you comment. And I've really liked the discussion that sometimes happens, and that's kind of what I'm here for. I really love that kind of community feel, and so I've definitely got out of BookTube what I kind of was after in the first place, and that's quite a nice feeling. Oh yeah, actually starting a BookTube channel is one of my 2018 New Year's resolutions, and I've done that, so that's pretty cool. I'd be curious to find out what your bookish New Year's resolutions or goals, I'd be curious to find out what those are. I find that sometimes that inspires me to add a little different thing into my resolutions, or even sometimes it inspires me to take out one of mine that I realize then that I actually don't care that much about. But at the moment, like, they are what they are. I'm trying to keep them really simple so that they can be more on track with what I want to fill my world with, I guess. So I'm wishing everyone who celebrates Christmas a wonderful Christmas, and everyone who celebrates any other holidays or just is having a break right now have an awesome winter festivities break. And everyone who isn't celebrating, I hope you have an awesome week, because, I mean, you deserve it. And I'll see you all again next time. Bye.